Thank you so much for sharing your morning with me. This is our members only meeting for April 17th, 2020. I had a meeting because we're doing all our meetings online now. And I had a meeting yesterday with a member, and I was looking over there, and like she wouldn't show herself. So she was just showing, she was just showing her name, but she wanted to do Zoom. So that's the next level of like, you're the only one that's seen and you're not going to be seen. But she did, and she said, JB, your eyes go over there and your eyes go over there. Well, in this format, when you're on this side where our guests are, they're looking at stuff like the chats down here and this down there and that. And then so bear with us when we look funny. But I just thought that was funny that she wanted to tell me that I look funny when I do my videos. I was like, oh, okay. But you know what? In order to help you, we have made a full commitment to look as funny as we have to do. Right, Miss Hayes? Miss Hayes, thank you for hanging out with us this morning. Thank you to all of our members, Ms. Perkins. We have over 500 members. I have to tell you, Neal and Suyapa, you all have done a fabulous job. And also, Miss Sassy and Saucy, our fitness champion this morning is here. She kicked off our Black Health, Black Wealth Fitness that we did at the beginning of last year, and it seems like such a long time ago, right? Exactly. We had such a good time, and now I'm planning the AfroEconomics Fest for 2020, and it has to have Saucy, Miss Sassy and Saucy in it. She brings because we need to have the fitness in it. We did the health, and Fonda, who is here with us, a natural health coach, she actually was on the panel and was helping us. Like, she is actually working on her doctorate in natural health stuff. And if I make one mistake, like, she really should have been a lawyer. You got to get to know Fonda, because if I make one mistake, she is going to send back to me that is not correct. You da. So if I get nervous when I say something in reference to Fonda, you go like, oh, wow, she might hurt JB. That's why JB got scared. But then I'll go back. I'll go back to Suyapa because she won't hurt me. Unless I have to work out with her. But I have pictures of our members. Oh my goodness, Ms. McGee. They were moving. I'm talking about people like in their 70s plus were moving that body. I don't know if it was her music or what, but Miss Sassy and Saucy, true to her word. Good morning, Mike Rob. Good morning, Mr. Smith, Bridget, Angela, Andrea, indeed, Monica, Mr. Lewis. What you doing out there, Mr. Lewis? You ready to work out? Oh, my sister, Rona, my sweetheart, Michael. Oh, Miss Cotman, Dr. Williams. Oh, and the telephone callers. Thank you all. You can't see this, but we're going to make sure that we, if you can't see it because you called in, that we'll do our best to make it visual for you through our words. Good. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. So let's start off with just introduce yourself, because I know I didn't do you justice, and just share with us your passion and why you volunteered to share this time this morning, because both of you work full time, volunteer to help us this way. And we'll start with Ms. Neal. Fonda, tell us your passion.
Well, good morning, everyone. So I
turn it up a little bit. Turn up a little bit. Just come closer and we're good. Yes.
I decided to become a natural health coach because, I felt like we have to take our health into our own hands. And several years ago, I suffered from various health issues, from allergies to acid reflux to sinus infections, probably every 2 or 3 months, sensitive skin, all of these kinds of things. And once they told me that I needed to have surgery on my sinuses, and I thought, nope, that's not going to happen. So long story short, I eliminated sugar from my diet about 3 years ago. I eliminated dairy. I no longer suffer from sinus infections. I took myself off of my allergy medications. Haven't had a sinus infection since that time. I started eating whole food, plant-based. I started, sleeping longer, and, just paying attention to my health, and decided to go back to school, receive a certification as a natural health professional. And I am almost finished with my ND certification. So I just wanted to help other people.
Tell us what an ND is.
ND is naturopathic doctor.
Wonderful.
But it's a certification. It's not a degree, because that's a different type of school. But I wanted to, everything that I've learned in my program, all of the research that I do, I think it's very important, particularly in our community, to learn how to help ourselves with our health and our wellness. And so it's my mission to teach people how to do that.
That's so cool. That is so cool. That is so cool. And thank you, because you've been doing that. And you're going to do that today. So you tell us, but before you tell us how you got the snot out your head. No, Miss Sassy, tell us how you as well have a full-time career and how your passion turned towards adding fitness into it.
Yes. So good morning, everyone. So I'm former military, so I've always been active one way or the other. About 2 years ago, I came to just a point in my life where I needed an escape. I needed a release. I ended up joining this wonderful gym, DNA Fitness, and I realized that this is what I should have been doing all my life. The gym to me is a way of escape, a way to release my stress, my anxiety. And I realized that I really love helping people. And it isn't necessarily one of those things that I had really thought of in the past. It was just really something that when I realized what it was doing to help me, I wanted other people to experience what I was experiencing. And if I could help them in that form, then that's what I wanted to do. So I've been doing personal training. I've been doing classes every Monday and Wednesday, and just helping people become better, loving themselves. I always say self-love is the best love. Keeping your body healthy, keeping this vessel healthy is the best love that you could give yourself. So if I could give that back to those that desire it, or to those that even want to get there in any kind of form, then that's what I'm going to do. And it's what I love. And this is why, I was so honored when you asked, because I was like, yes, I would love to. This is a perfect platform. And for where we are right now in our lives, if not more than ever, this is something that we need to do. It's a perfect time to, get back to self. The world or the earth is resetting. Yeah. And I always say it's time for us to reset too. It's time for us to really take ourselves back, take a time to just go, okay, I'm gonna do me. So this is why I've just started getting my certification in personal training, so that I could, do this in addition to, my full-time job. And then maybe one day that won't be there, and I'll just have this. And again, helping, when someone says, hey, Suyapa, you really helped me, that just blesses me. I don't care if it's just, hey, I saw you do this and I started doing this. It's just one step at a time. That's and right. It's in my heart. And, they always say, do what makes your heart happy. This makes my heart happy.
That is so, I think one of the best decisions that I made was to make health one of the principles of AfroEconomics, because, it is amazing. We'll see now that even though more people will be impacted financially by the coronavirus than by actually getting the virus. Isn't that amazing when you think about it? but that also because of illness or pre-existing diseases, we're starting to see how just having that healthy lifestyle before to as a defense, as football players say, your first protective gear is your muscles in sports and football, but it's also what's going on inside. And so tell me, Suyapa, what would you say is the best time of day? What's your favorite? I'm not going to ask you because I know you'll probably say whatever is the best. What is your favorite time to exercise?
I love exercising first thing in the morning. The first thing in the morning, I get it out the way. Life comes at you fast.
Yeah.
So it's easy to say, oh, I'm going to work out at 5 o'clock. Well, if you have one of those jobs or you have a conference call or you have a board meeting or you have something else that comes up, 5 o'clock passes away, then 6 o'clock, then 7 o'clock, then you're like, oh, it's too late to work out. So I do it in the morning. My morning is my 5:30 class. That is when you get out there. There's no excuses. You just get it in. And, for my members that come to my 5:30 class, they're coming out there to get a workout in. It isn't just something that they do. It's something that they want to do, something they're going to put their all into, because you've waken up basically at 4:45, if not earlier, to get your vessel, to get your mind, to get your water in before you get the class in. Morning, but I work out throughout the day. But morning is my favorite.
That's right. And you're at DNA. We'll send out a shout out to your
yes,
to your, what do you call him? Your sensei or something.
He's our sensei, yes.
Yeah, exactly.
He's like our sensei, our personal trainer, our counselor,
That's so good. Yeah. That's good. That's, thank God for social media. Like I met you first at Channel 6.
Yes.
Because of social media. Yeah, from work. At social, I've discovered that your movement towards, but I wish I had a picture of us both when we met at Channel 6. Like we both look like totally different people. Like we have like totally transformed. we're older, but we look younger.
Less hair, yes.
And but that's a key part. Like I went natural. Also, like you've probably always been natural. I could see the way your hair lays down. Mine don't lay down like that, but like mine is very curly. But I went natural because of my movement towards fitness, and I would always exercise. There are certain people who won't exercise, but they'll eat right. I'm the exerciser, what I'm saying? But Fonda, you know what I'm saying? It's the movement towards making better choices.
Yeah.
Combined with my motivation to be like you in fitness. So Fonda, tell us like what do you feel like during these times? And I think that's great advice for Suyapa said, get up first thing in the morning. As I said one time in our discussions about get up, get dressed, this and that, add that workout, during these times, even if you're working from home, add that exercise, that movement in it. And I would like for you, Suyapa, if you will show us a little bit later, like some stuff we could do right at home, visually or, just tell us, like think about like 5 things that we could do, at home in the morning that might take only 10 minutes, but will help you. So Fonda, tell us as far as for natural health, what we could do now.
So it's important to one of the, I call them foundations of health. Exercise or movement is definitely one of the 7 foundational essentials of health. In addition to movement or exercise, it's nutrition, it's water or hydration.
Let's write that down.
Emotional wellness, and under emotional wellness, you've got stress management, you have sleep, and you have a spiritual wellness, and that looks different for different people, of course. And so, but more important, and eliminating toxins. So you've got your 7 foundational essentials of health.
And one of those is that elimination?
eliminating toxins.
Wow.
And so, but more importantly, during this time, if I can, all of those 7 essentials are equally important, but I think we have to bold and put in all caps the emotional wellness, the movement / exercise, and sleep, because it's those things that are going to strengthen our immune system. And if we're lacking in those areas, then our immune system has to work that much harder to help to keep us healthy. So yeah.
So true. That's so you. What you think about that, Suyapa? What were you gonna say?
No, that's kind of what you were talking about before, in order to keep the vessel healthy, so that especially in these times where we have the virus taking place, if the vessel is healthy, it will help you more to fight off what is taking place right now. So there isn't a pre-existing situation that will, defer you or will prevent you from being healthy. So again, it's all those things that she was talking about, emotional, and when your mind is good, when your mind is healthy, then you're able to get that rest. You don't have that worry, you don't have that stress. When
Right.
you work out and you put your feet to the ground, and you take in, the beautiful earth that the Creator has given us, and you get your mind right, you get your vessel right, then all these things really line up to make sure that you are aligned from top to bottom.
Right. Did y'all know, like, that over last year I lost about 80 pounds? Be like, most people like didn't even know, like they didn't even notice. I guess because most of the time all you saw was like this part of me, like because I'm always going live. But after it kind of got to the end of the year, and I wanted to make to 100 this March. I wanted to lose 100 pounds. And it was like, the closer you get to your goal, the harder it is, And then now, I don't know how, because I still want to lose. I want to, lose another 20 to 30 pounds. And I think this is very emotional, for me. I work every day. I've worked every day this year. At first it was, let me get to the fest, which was the first week of March. And I said, let me get to the fest and then I can take a break. And then this happened. And then now, like, I've worked every day. I'm including Saturday and Sunday, and it doesn't stop. And last night I was working until 9 o'clock, standing here. Like, the best thing that I've done is start to stand, but I literally stand all day. I don't even have a lunch break, So I think that if I didn't exercise first thing in the morning, I couldn't do it. I remember being so heavy that I would have to sit down to do, just my workshops. Like if it was public, I have a room full of people and I would sit down. But because of both of you, the knowledge that you all have shared, the motivation that you have shared seriously, that at that fest, I worked all day. You know what I'm saying? Like in the other one, I mean, literally all day. And I was not exhausted and came out of it with a healthy immune system. That in the old days, it would have been, oh, it's the end of the day. Let me get some pizza, or, it would have been something terrible. But I believe that, how you reward yourself. Like last Friday, this is another Friday, but let me tell you, Fonda, last Friday, I purchased 6 fried items from Outback, 6 for delivery. The onion, wings, ribs, all of these that I don't eat. And then I know it was because I felt so emotionally exhausted, Sassy. So how do you, at that point, when you get to that point, tell me, Suyapa, how do you go take a walk? How do you like say, I need a walk? Like, because I'm telling you, if I had taken a walk at the end of that day, like, because this is another Friday, and, you know, the first week that this started, I was sitting down and I gained 5 pounds. So, you know, then like I haven't gained past that, but I have not been able to get you know what I mean? Those 5 pounds back down because of that reaction. How do you like say, and there's somebody out there listening, y'all help me, give me an amen. I know it's not you, Mr. Smith. He's like, yes, she right. When you said exercise in the morning, but someone else like Miss Hayes got me. She said, amen. Like, how do we say, I'm going to take this walk instead of ordering that food? I'm going to,
you know, I wish I could say that it's easy because it isn't. And again, we're in this time and, you know, we don't want to say that there's uncertainty, but there's a lot going on. You know, people's jobs are at stake, you know, our health, we can't go outside, we can't socialize the way we want to. So it's very easy to, I know me, I feel the anxiety and I get up and I walk around and I'm like, okay, I really want that Oreo cookie because I have to keep stuff in my cabinet for my grandbaby. But then I go, okay, I'm getting a glass of water.
Good.
So I'm getting a glass of water and then I go, okay. And if it's just a matter of me walking outside in my backyard and taking a lap around and just going, okay. And, you know, there's nothing wrong with you rewarding yourself. Just do it in a different way.
Amen.
You know, do it with an orange, do it with grapes, do it with fruit, you know, but do it with figs, do it like I'm consistency. I like crunchy, you know, so if there's, you know, a plantain chip, you know, I do that. You know, yes. Do I want that piece of pizza? Yes. Sometimes I will reward myself with a piece of pizza, but then I don't stay there. There used to be a time I would get that piece of pizza, I would get the Doritos, I would get the soda.
Yes.
But then I was like, you know what? For that 5 minutes of enjoyment, it's going to take you 3 months.
Yes.
Just to even get back to where you got to go.
Exactly.
So, you know, take that. Yeah, it's very intentional. You have to intentionally set your mind to say, okay, I really want those items. And if you ate those items, I'm surprised it didn't make you sick because you're not used to eating it.
Yeah.
But if I try to eat fried food,
sometimes my throat will, my throat will start swelling because if I eat a sweet, you know what I mean? The throat.
Yeah.
And look,
you know, the body isn't used to it.
Amen.
You know, so it's not easy, but you really have to be very intentional in your decision and to realize that, okay, if I take this one step, can I stop at that one step? Or if I take this, is it going to lead to 3 more bad decisions? And then we're going to end up 10 pounds heavier, you know, over literally 5 minutes of enjoyment.
You see what Mr. Lewis said to you, Suyapa?
What did he say?
He said when he eats wrong, he doubles his workout. And, you know, he's one of them, like,
I get it.
Wesley Snipes super body. You know what I mean, people? You know, like,
I'm getting pizza, but I know I'm going to work out today.
Will you do that?
I mean, I used to work out in the morning and then do 2 workouts when the gym was open in the evening. And if let's just say maybe I had fries during lunch, I'd be like, okay, that's okay though, because I'm about to work it off in these 2 hours of a workout. And, you know, high intensity, you know, it's a lot different. But, you know, you don't have to work as hard if you're eating healthier.
Right. But we can't do both, right?
We can't do both. No.
I remember when I first started my business, I would come outside. Like I told you, I've always been an exerciser and I would run for hours. And then as years into my business, it became like, I'm not running at all. Like, you know what I'm saying? But it's funny because when it started, you know, I put in 2 hours, then go to the gym. Like an hour run, then and then it became like, well, I got to go to work. Got to make this work. Got to make this work. The next thing you know, you're 100 pounds heavier than you were when you started your business. Like that's amazing. And it doesn't like happen all at one time. And nobody really sees it. But the other week, one of my clients told me, he said, well, you know, the reason, look, he didn't mean to insult me either. And he said, the reason you look the way you look is because, you know, you've been through a whole lot. Like you just, he said, divorce and, all this and like, oh, wow. Like, so we really understand. I was like, oh my God, I'm not that bad. Look, then you want to defend yourself. You know what I'm saying? But that was funny. I mean, this was like just a week ago. And I can't get out of my head. Like, he was just like, wow. But, we don't have to reflect everything that we've, been through, but it is still there. But I don't feel, that way. What you think, Fonda? Like, but if I keep eating fried food, like, I will be a problem, won't it, Fonda?
Well, yeah, but to your point, and to Sassy's point about the mental motivation to get to that finish line, like when I gave up refined sugar and I eliminated refined sugar from my diet, like I thought it would be the hardest thing because sugar, as we know, is addicting, just like, carbs. But in my mind, like it was mind over matter for me. And I was determined to, I mean, it was 2 weeks, it was 30 days. It took pretty much 30 days for me to eliminate, because in a 30-day period of time, your brain, and your gut, they talk to each other. And so when you're not eating the sugar at all, and your taste buds actually get used to not having the sugar. And so 2 years later, like I don't want the sugar. Like I don't seek it. And I can't eat it if I wanted to, because if I did, I have to spit it out. Like it's too sweet for me. But that 2-week period of time, like it was difficult, but I would say it was difficult, but at the same time, I kept my motivation to do it in my mind. Like, I have a family history of diabetes. I'm suffering from, allergies and this inflammation and sinus infections all the time. And I wanted to feel better. And so it was that that allowed me to, stay the course. And eventually I didn't want it at all. And so it became easier. I mean, I had headaches for about 2 days in that process, but once I got through that, it was better.
Ms. Perkins asked, what type of herbs or vitamins do you think curb the cravings of sugar?
I'm not sure of any vitamins, to be honest with you, that curb the cravings of sugar.
Only thing I think that helped me stop craving sugar was stop eating sugar.
I think it's eliminating it.
You agree? Yeah, I was like, I had to, like, because it was real. Like at first, it's withdrawal. Like probably people feel from drugs. Your head, like, I used to, and I found like a lot of mucus started coming up. Like once you start withdrawing from the sugar, because your body is accustomed to it. So you go through a natural detox during that time, and then it'll renew. But one thing that and I wouldn't suggest this for anyone else, but y'all know that I'm into the fasting. So I don't start when I start eating more, because I was an eater all the time. I would eat, like I literally believed what the nutritionist told me was eat every 2 hours. So I would have a meal every 2 hours. Like, I don't think that was their intention, but I would have a meal every 2 hours. I was eating all day. So my desire for sugar for me stopped when I, started fasting and putting more space between my meals, just in my opinion, and started eating more vegetables. Would you agree with that one though, Fonda? Like the green, when I start really craving sugar again, I know I'm not eating enough vegetables.
Yeah, and your body will talk to you when you're sort of deficient in, certain nutrients and
you're wanting that. Yeah, it's because of something else, right? It's like you need potassium or, whatever from the vegetables, but our unwise body says, no, give me sugar. Kimberly was saying that she thinks cinnamon will help stabilize blood sugars. I wouldn't go for that one, but it might, it might help But what I have read that magnesium will help keep your blood sugar regular. But um, for them, I mean, I can say anything about this because I'm not a professional, so y'all don't listen. I like they're as regulated as I am about what I say financially, which is funny. So if somebody doesn't do it for a living, then they can say anything. But if you do it, for a living, then you have to be more careful. So y'all like asking stuff, but these are real people. Like, you go on YouTube, they can tell you anything. Like, but these are real professionals. Like with Suyapa and fitness, she has to be careful what she says about nutrition. And the nutrition, she has to be careful about fitness. So it's like crazy, especially when you start, on your certifications and licenses and all that stuff, regulatory. The more regulated you get, the better you're protected. So these are real professionals, but also they're going to encourage you to, get additional help. Like
Yeah,
if you
your
say,
own research.
I have diabetes, they're going to first have to, because of their licenses, tell you to get get medical help. Then they can give you their opinion, which is amazing. So I would encourage you to talk to each of them. Like, Suyapa, will you ever do virtual training? Like,
I've started doing virtual training Mondays and Wednesdays at 6:30 with my Sassy Saucy crew.
oh,
Because
so
the
you'll
gym
let
is
the
one.
group come in. Oh, that's so.
Yes, well, yeah. So it's all virtual. We all get online and we get our workout on for a good 45 minutes because everyone felt, you get into this groove,
That's great.
and then everything just said, okay, you can't go to the gym.
Yes.
So it was like, okay, well, I'll go on Facebook Live. It's a private group, and we just, we get it in for 45 minutes,
Oh,
and
that's
it doesn't. I tell them, I said, if you even have, cans of vegetables or cans of fruit, you don't have to have waste. You don't have to go out there and, spend the money in Amazon. Because if you go right now, you try to find weights, a lot of the prices have gone up because
Oh, that's crazy.
everybody, wants to work from home. So, we get it in for a good 45 minutes, and, it's something that, has helped them. They're very appreciative of it. We have a lot of members that have, just taken the same way because, when we come out of this, our mental state, or what we're going to do, is going to be a whole lot more different because we don't have to rely on the gym. We could, it's great that that you have that option, but now, you have a lot more people taking walks in the park. Ooh. And you have a lot more people that have actually taken their workout outside, and as long as you're able to do that, you don't have to be confined into the four walls.
That's right. That's so powerful. But make sure, can you please send your email? And Kimberly has asked for your email, Suyapa. So okay. Go into panelists and attendees when you put that chat up. Do it. Okay. And Fonda, I copied yours and put it on there. Definitely, because I good point. People are fighting to stay active, and listen to that idea. Like, no excuses. Like my free membership. Like, no excuses, because I don't want anybody to say that they couldn't get the financial knowledge that they need. What do you think, Fonda? Like, at this time, what is the key to staying on track for your natural health perspective? Now, I know you told me the Southern, but I want to elaborate on that last one. Detox. Like, I don't think that we talk about poop enough. And exercise helps you poop. You know what I'm saying? Some people, their colon is stuck because they're not doing the movement. And then also, like, what are foods that you could be eating that helps you make sure that you're getting the proper elimination?
So you want to have a high amount of fiber, and we get our fiber from our vegetables, our green vegetables, or colorful vegetables, and your fruit. And some grains, whole grains, if you're able to eat whole grains, because then we get into, gluten
and all of that,
those types of issues. And if you have a gluten sensitivity or a gluten intolerance, and then you're not digesting that gluten properly, which can cause constipation. But basically getting your fibrous foods in, your roughage, as we used to call them back in the day.
Mm.
Get things moving. And first thing in the morning, it's very helpful to drink room temp water because they get the digestive system going, right? And then, prior to, if you're exercise, I like to exercise in the evening. Like, I'm not a morning person, never have been a morning person, probably never will be a morning person. So I'm most effective in the evenings for my exercise.
I can't do nothing in the evening. Good. You good.
But
Still got some youth left in you, girl. That's great.
But starting out with, drinking, 8 ounces of room temp water, and getting that movement in, and before you know it, it's time to go.
That's so good. That's so good because it is totally true. Like, I think some people walk their dog and let the dog poop more than they poop. And that should not be, if you really think about it, like, you're like have stuff sitting in your colon that's seeping out. And Mr. Lewis said he takes Metamucil every day until it's gone. Then take about 30 days off. Oh, that's right. So you don't like take it all the time. That's right, because fiber in that form can build up in your body. Like, and I've noticed, like, when I try to take a fiber supplement, if I don't drink enough water, I'm jacked up. You know what I'm saying? And I'll feel it in my stomach. So if you take the fiber supplement, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, or you pick up your fiber, you better be drinking your water, like Fonda said.
Right. And in terms of water, like, we want to make sure we're getting the proper amount of water. And then get into the quality of water, because not all water is created equal. And that's a conversation. Like, I can talk 30 minutes about just water. But we want to make sure we're getting half of our body weight in ounces of water every day, because that's what our bodies need. Our kidneys will love it.
I keep this like next to me all day, and sometimes I never fill it up again. That's the problem. Look, some people say, I keep this all day. Like, you know what I'm saying? They're all proud of themselves. No, but how many times do you fill it up? Like, and look, and most of it is ice, and like you said, everybody keeps telling me room temperature water. I love ice, and I gotta stop. I gotta at least not put the ice in, but first thing in the morning, I fill it up with ice, and and get it, or this will still have ice because it's like, Yeti. And so it'll stay frozen all night. I wake up, freezing water. I put it in my stomach. But my system's probably so accustomed to it. But you're right. Warm water. I've read stuff about hot and things for Corona, like doing the hot water and lemons, that it helps kill things, like doing hot waters and things like that. So that's good. But I did see on national TV today that people have been drinking alcohol thinking that because of the alcohol, kills on the counter, alcohol is in sanitizer, that drinking alcohol will kill the virus. So someone drank so much alcohol, true story, that they killed themselves from alcohol overdose, like whatever it's called. So so it's been released, and I'm so glad that they're saying that, alcohol will reduce your immune system internally. So stop like feeling like, that it's okay to turn up during this time. Like, it's like protect yourself. Yes.
And I wanted to mention another thing with elimination. So, we think about poop, right?
Yeah.
As eliminating, but also, we have to look at our skin. We eliminate toxins through our skin. Our skin is our largest organ, right, in the body.
Right.
And so it matters what we're putting on our skin. And again, that's, I can talk 30 minutes about that, but
that's
the products that we use in our bodies, like, I am a proponent of natural products. And on my website, I have like a recommendations page where I recommend, different cleaning products that are natural, and hair care products that are natural, and health and beauty aids that are natural, because if those products that we're putting on our skin contain chemicals,
that's right,
then we're not eliminating properly, some of those
That's right.
some of those ingredients are toxic.
That's right.
They're carcinogenic. I mean, so we have to be very cognizant. We have to be label readers.
That's right.
We're looking at the types of products that we're using. So it's not just it's pooping, but it's also skin. It's our lymph system. It's our urinary system. When it comes to eliminating toxins.
That's so cool. Because how about that, Suyapa? A lot of us never sweat. What about that as a detox system?
That's right.
Well, I realized if you drink a lot of water and you drink your, like Fonda said, like if you drink your half of your body weight, you're gonna sweat. You're not sweating because you're not drinking enough water.
Oh, so it's holding on.
Yeah, okay. So you have to expel all of that.
I'm not drinking enough
to be able. You're not drinking enough.
I gotta bring the bottles into my office with me.
Yes.
And then fill the cup up. Damn
and then fill the cup up.
Yesterday I was down to ice. I was eating ice during my last meeting. I was like this, eating the ice. Like I'm at ice now. So it was. If you hadn't said that, I really would not have filled it back up. I would start my work day and let it. That's me. Like you all tell me, what is the one thing that you are going to change? Dr. Arundel, tell me, what are you should even be on here helping us with mental health. Every day, Dr. Arundel is sending me something positive, for me. And I mean, it just such a blessing. She sends these little excerpts through, but getting her on here would be like dragging a truck, girlfriend. She would do it. But that mental health, I know she's saying yes, 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 and yes. And the Fonda added, I love essential oils. They do have to be used safely, and it matters which oils people use and not use based on underlying health conditions. I remember I got the oil, I think it was tea tree oil or something, and I was gonna not stop using deodorant because some deodorants are bad. Like, so I got the I don't know what it was, but that oil, I put it right on my underarm. Girl, it burned me. It turned my arm like black, like it burnt my skin that bad. It took a while, for that to go away. That is amazing, but you are right. Listen to her. They have to be used safely because we go out there and I was like, yeah, it smells good. Then I started burning when I got to the gym. I was like, oh my goodness, this is terrible. But thank you all so much. Please, Suyapa, before you leave, put your info into this so that they can. Do you remember? Oh, you were responding to Kimberly saying, "Do you?" I know, and I know some of you on Facebook. This is the first time that I have shared a members only meeting on the AfroEconomics with JB Bryan Facebook page, and because this is a private meeting that our two member guests that have offered to allow me to share with you because of our commitment to our health and wellness during this time and all the time. And then you shouldn't use, look, Fonda say it. You so funny. Why are you making me say it? So we have, your info didn't come up. No,
I'm trying to get there. Hold on.
Oh, okay. And then if you call it out, I'll put it in for you.
Yeah, just NJ Latina 114 at yahoo.com. NJLATINA 114 at yahoo.com.
114 at Yahoo. And then I love the way you described your class. What did you say? It was Afro-Cuban, your class. What is it?
It's Latin flavor. My parents are from Central America, so I add a lot of flavor from my culture, and I like it. It's different. It isn't something that a lot of people do, and it.
Oh, good.
People, they're like, oh, I don't know what they're saying. You don't have to. You listen to the beat. So
we appreciate.
It's all rhythm.
We appreciate it. That's right. I don't know. I probably didn't send you enough pictures, but I mean, they were shaking their butt. Girl,
the older lady.
You
the
know,
older, who was the older lady that she was like getting it? Who was the older lady that was in the
I told you. I think I was several older ladies getting it.
Yes.
They were getting it. I mean, and I didn't expect that. Like, I totally caught me off guard. I was like, I don't know how we're gonna, but we have to prepare for February for the fest. I don't know if we're gonna do it in the morning, we're gonna do it in the evening, or what, because I want, because then people could go back, because I want them to be able to really enjoy your class. So they were not gonna want to be dressed like that all day. But when we had our just the fest for that, just about health issues, I mean, and then when we did our workshop on health, like everybody was like so like listening to every word. So, and I don't know why I didn't like beg you to be on the panel for that day. Like, you should have been on the panel. Like, I was thinking like we also need fitness. I was like, no, let's just do a class and let's not talk about it anymore. We didn't talk about activity anymore. That's funny. But activity, as we know now, that God gave us this great opportunity to learn about a lot of stuff today about taking care of yourself. And it all came from love. These two sisters love you, and I love everybody that they help. And the more you get to know them, reach out to them, find out about Suyapa's class on virtual classes that she's having, allow her to help you. And we deserve it. We need it. And then Fonda is totally there for you. The natural health, like both of them are extremely humble, and they have it. I'm very humble too. I am. I just talk a lot. That's it. Because but trust me that they have held back a lot, because they can't tell you everything during this one time. So we'll try to do this again in a timely manner, but just know that we're here for you, and I have recorded this, and then I hope that it helps someone. Anybody, Fonda, you want to say bye? Y'all want to say anything, any closing words?
I just want to say that everyone try to remain as positive as you can during this time. We will get on the other side of it. I know for me in the beginning, it was hard to, we've got updates on, how many cases are in Virginia, how many cases nationally, trying to keep up with everything was, it got overwhelming. And so I got to a point where, I had to consciously social distance from social media and just keep up, and keep up with the updates, in the middle of at the end of the day, the highlights from what happened in the day, because it can really affect you. It's stressful, and then stress causes other health conditions. I mean, to go out, if you're wearing a mask, social distancing, like all of that. And we have to be smart, and we have to, use common sense, of course, and abide by the rules. But we also, like, you can't fixate on this disease and this pandemic, because it's not healthy, at all. And so I think it's just important to stay as positive as you can, whether that's reading positive affirmations, whether that's listening to your Calm app, whether that's, meditating, if you like yoga, it's, you have to step away from everything that's going on and just, look at the positive sides of, everything. I know for me, thankful that I still have a job, that I am able to work from home. Driving around, like, it's awesome to drive around with less traffic, that's a positive thing. I mean, because for me, like, traffic is crazy, in the everyday, our normal life, right? And so to drive around with less traffic has been a beautiful thing. And so, go outside and get some vitamin D, on these lovely days. Today is a beautiful day. when we do our walks, you know, in the morning and the evening, just taking advantage of the positive things out of all of this.
What you say, Suyapa? That's right. Thank you. It's beautiful.
I love that. I love that. You know, during this time, it's really easy to just get down and you know, focus on all the negative. But if you wake up every day is a positive day. Every day is another day that you are here on this earth, and that's a beautiful thing. You know, but take the time out. Take the time out to go for your walks. You know, whether it's around your block, whether it's in the park, whether it's in the backyard. You know, take that time out. It doesn't have to be a brisk walk. You know, as long as you're out there, give yourself a good 20 minutes of a walk. Give yourself some time to just really focus on what is around you, the beauty of the trees, the flowers, the birds. You know, take that time out, take a deep breath, and just close your eyes and just listen to the beauty of what is around you. The earth is resetting. You're going to see the water at the James River is now so clear you can see the bottom of the river. The turtles are out there enjoying the sun. Just take the time. You know, I hate to say this, but we all needed a time just to reset. The earth needed time to reset. This is our time to reset. Take the opportunity to learn some more nutritional stuff, to eat better, to learn better, to start feeding the positivity back into your soul. You know, we got so used and so accustomed to just going, life. Now it's just like, okay, you can't do all that.
Yes.
So now it's the time you just take the time, use that time wisely to be more grateful for the things that we have. And, you know, and like I said earlier, you know, if you don't have anything, you know, take a can of peas, move, you know, do something, do some squats. You got some steps, go up and down on those steps for 5 minutes. You know, it doesn't take much. Just do something to get that heart elevated just a little bit. You know, and that's all you need. You know, everybody thinks, oh, you have to have high intensity. If you're able to, yes. But if you're not, as long as you're keeping active and you're being wise in that, then you'll be fine. You know, just what I don't want you to do is during this period of time is to sit on that couch, flip channels, eat Oreo cookies, eat your ice cream, and think when you get out of this, you're going to be better, because you're not. Yeah. This is an opportunity. There are going to be two things. I say this all the time. You're either going to come out better or you're going to come out worse. It's truly your decision. Yes. So all I'm asking is making sure that you make that better decision. Yes. You know, get up, get active, come back, read a good book, listen to JB's podcast, you know, get information, feed your spirit, feed your soul, feed your body. And, you know, again, top to bottom, as long as it's all aligned, we'll all be okay. We're going to get out of this. We're going to get out of this.
Hallelujah. Amen. Enough said. I love y'all. Thank you. Have a wonderful day. Beautiful.
Thank you. Bye-bye.